Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the red hot Jacksonville Jaguars, one of the most intriguing young teams in the entire National Football League. They have now won 4 of their last 5 with a very impressive victory on the road against a top 5 defense in the New York Jets. If they win out, they will be the number 4 seed in the AFC, and that win boosted up their chances to make the playoffs according to ESPN Analytics to 51%. Me personally, I would put it somewhere between 60. If I'm getting a little optimistic, overly optimistic, maybe I'd go even higher, like 65, 70. Ryan Tannehill does look to be done for this season, and Tennessee is just faltering right now. So welcome back to the channel, Jags fans. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that sub button. But Jags fans, if we could get this video to 1,000 likes, that would be the best Christmas gift anybody could ask for. I appreciate you guys so much. I look forward to reading your comments. One of the things I was really impressed with last night, once again, and ever since week 9, and real quick, this team is taking down brutal defenses. You know, the Baltimore Ravens, the Tennessee Titans, the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Jets. These are top 10 defenses. Some of them are top 5 defenses in the league. Trevor Lawrence, statistically speaking, has been one of the best quarterbacks since week 9 in this 5-game stretch. He is just really making plays. And one of the things I loved last night was first possession, a brutal turnover, a brutal fumble by Trevor Lawrence, and you know, you're on the road. Playoffs are at stake here. The resilience that not only Trevor Lawrence showed me, but the resilience the Jacksonville Jaguars showed me truly is something. I think I personally think the Eagles coach is going to win Coach of the Year, but I do think Doug Peterson should at least be a candidate. He should at least be in consideration for Coach of the Year. They are building something very special down in Jacksonville, but this was just a really resilient win because not only, and here's the thing, those were the only 3. When Trevor Lawrence fumbled the ball and it puts the Jets essentially in the red zone, that was the only points the Jets put on the board. All day today, national media, all I'm reading about, all I'm hearing about is how bad of a quarterback Zach Wilson is. That's it. I saw no credit being given to the Jacksonville Jaguars defense. When you have a turnover on the first possession, the third play of the football game, your defense holds them to 3 points, you go back, you put some points on the board, the possession later, you get a touchdown. I mean, that is extremely impressive. When we look statistically speaking at Trevor Lawrence last night, 20 of 31, 229 yards, he had no interceptions, did have that fumble, finished with a QBR of just 61.3. Don't forget, though, he had 7 carries for 51 yards and that touchdown there in the second quarter. Trevor Lawrence, and we saw this at college, we saw this at Clemson, he is so good at extending plays, at extending drives by moving with his feet. I think personally across the league, his footwork, his running ability is extremely underrated. It's very underrated. You have to give him credit. You have to respect that he can run the football at any given point. But what did the Jaguars do so great last night? Once Lawrence and the Jags got that touchdown, they kept their foot on their gas. Unfortunately, they didn't get another touchdown in the game, but the defense did a phenomenal job. They held the Jets offensively to just 66 rushing yards, which was good for 3.3 yards per attempt. Zach Wilson got benched in the third quarter. I mean, this was I never really felt like the Jags were going to lose this football game even after that fumble. Looking at the run game, they ran 39 times, 147 yards against, once again, an extremely good defensive team in the New York Jets. Travis Etienne, technically a rookie, having a phenomenal season, 22 carries, 83 yards. He did more than enough to get the job done, and then you throw in 51 by Trevor Lawrence, and you're looking pretty. Receiving wise, Evan Ingram had a phenomenal game, and I'm so glad that the Jaguars took that chance on him because I know he's had his drop issues in the past. I know the Jaguars even went through, in that losing streak in the beginning, middle-ish of the season, drops were a huge issue. Evan Ingram is having a career year right now, and last night he was absolutely huge at various points for this team. I really, really hope he is back in a Jaguar uniform next season because he is part of the secret sauce with what they got cooking over there. 7 receptions, 113 yards, 16.1 yards per reception. He had a long of 36. I loved that kind of not scruffle, but he didn't give up on the play. It showed in the clip earlier on in the video where, Sauce Gardner, he's just kind of giving him the stiff arm. He's an aggressive, physical player. He does not run like a tight end in any way, shape, or form, like at all. Runs like a stud receiver. So I really hope Evan Ingram comes back to this team next season. Devin Lloyd continues to have an extremely impressive rookie season. Last night, 9 tackles, 6 of them were solo. He had a pass deflection. Rayshawn Jenkins coming off 18 tackles and 2 interceptions. He had an impressive game. Wasn't just those guys, though. Tyson Campbell, this team actually had a handful of sacks with Davon Hamilton, Andre Sisco, Ray Robertson Harris. They had 3 sacks to end the day. The Jets were never comfortable. Like, literally, I remember reading a preview for the game saying, keep Zach Wilson in the pocket, which anytime Zach Wilson was either in the pocket or running for his life, that Jaguar team was there and they had bodies. Foye continues to be one of the most slept-on signings of the entire offseason. They handed him a bag. They handed him a bag for great reasons. This guy led the league last season in tackles. He has 115 combined tackles on the season. Right now, he is having a phenomenal season. So the Jaguars defense, I know right now after last night's game, heading into it, they were ranked 16th, kind of right there in the middle of the pack. I know they've had their inconsistencies. I know there may be some holes. They'll give up some big plays, etc., etc. It's a step in a right direction, and it's not just the defense. Doug, Trevor, they have so many weapons on the offensive end. Last night, we didn't see too much of Christian Kirk. We didn't see too much of Zay Jones. They didn't really need too much from him. It was a cold, windy night in New York last night, but just kind of goes to show you this team has all the weapons you need on the offensive end and on the defensive end, and with the continual player progression, the continual player development, this Jaguars team is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, when we take a look at their last 2 games of the season, you go to Houston on New Year's Day. I will say this, Houston, for as bad of a record as they have kept close with some really good football teams in the last handful of weeks. They're 1-12-1 right now. I actually have a hot take for you guys. I think they take down Tennessee on the road on New Year's Eve. That's actually tomorrow. Happy Christmas, or Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you all. Finish off the season, Week 18, at home against the Tennessee Titans. I'm not saying this team's going to go out and win the Super Bowl, but what I am saying is if they win out, when they win out, and if they have home field in the playoffs, whoever they're playing, you don't want to play this team. You do not want to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this Jags team down below. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. Hope you guys all have a happy holiday. I'll see you guys later.